What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, let's get into this, shall we? All right, welcome back, everybody. Come on in. Please take our time to like, share this stream. If you guys aren't aware of what has taken place, Donnie McClurkin, I want to say some days or probably even last week sometime, did a TV1 interview where he was just discussing the simple fact of the matter that, after being delivered from the homosexual lifestyle or community, if you will, he's having a hard time, just conforming to the heterosexual tendencies and community and lifestyle, right? And so he stated, that he wants a family, he wants a wife, he wants all those things, but he really doesn't think that that's going to happen. He thinks that he's just going to be lonely for the rest of his life because, he's dealing with that, if you will. So I had a authentic dialogue with my friend. She is a Teacup affiliate from All About the Tea. If you guys are in the YouTube world, you know who she is. You know that this is something big, but she's a Teacup affiliate. Her name is Schoolboy. She is a lesbian. Yeah, I'm a Christian woman. And I have friends who are in that community. And we have a real heart-to-heart dialect in regards to the comments in which Mr. McClurkin states, as well as just the homosexual lifestyle community, if you will, and just dealing with just real normalities that we have in this community, in this world, when it comes with the church, when it comes to sins, when it just comes to just the heterosexual norms and normalities, if you will. So we have a real authentic heart-to-heart conversation in regards to it. And I wanted to stream from her platform because I still wanted her to be able to get the views. If you would, please head on over to her channel and actually watch the view the video so she can still get her views. But I also wanted to put this on my platform because this is kind of some of the deep things that I be discussing. And I actually wanted to discuss somebody that's in that community. And I do have other friends, family that are in that community, but us as a community of Black people, we tend not to have these discussions. Us as a community of Christians, we tend to not have these conversations with people. And that's where I think that error lies, is that we don't draw a balance. We don't have a bridge, a medium. And so I was honored to be allowed on her platform to be able to discuss this and be a representation of not only the Black community, heterosexual community, but the Christian community, a woman of God that still goes to church, that still believes in the foundation of going to church and what it consists of. And I was able to have this extremely important dialogue with her. And I wanted to share this with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Now, hopefully you guys can hear okay. I am going to share my screen with you guys at this time.
That tat to the bass. But let me go ahead and bring Whitney on. Hey, Whitney.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, scholars. Hello, y'all. Hopefully y'all can see me. Okay.
So, what do you think about Donnie in the whole, come give me the church perspective, Lord Jesus.
Okay, well, the thing is this, and you guys know, well, I'm not going to say that I represent the church, but I am still in that facility. And my thing is this, and like Schoolboy said, we was talking about this earlier. I happen to understand where he was coming from. And the thing is that, and I was having this conversation with your girl Z like years back. And I was asking her, about the community, because they only show people going into it, but you never see people coming out. People get out. People change their mind. Okay. And I think this is a prime example, and it's just kind of confusing because you always see people going in, but you don't see people just change their mind and not doing that. And so the thing is that in regards to the church, I don't really necessarily think it's just like the church. Like, we're now in a society where everybody gay. No shade. Everybody's gay. Okay. And so I'm just saying, you
I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but it's true. I mean,
everybody's gay.
You get a girl and she liked it. I mean, tell everybody gay. I don't know.
Everybody's gay. Okay. So it's just like, and then the times that we're in now is socially acceptable. Not saying that, he's going to be accepted for, but my thing is this, it's just that it gets kind of frustrating as a woman of God, as a person that is in the church, how the church gets a bad rep about, one sin, one sin. The thing is, in regards to him, let me get back on track, because your question was, okay, I heard what he said, and like I said, I understand. Because me as a straight woman, a straight up heterosexual woman, I don't want no man that had a past with a dude. Can I go there with you, schoolboy?
Yeah, because I want to actually know a woman's perspective on that, because here's the thing. It's a tete-a-tete thing with us in our community too. LGBTQIA plus community. It's like the bisexual people get the bad rap because they say you greedy. Okay? Because, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. Right. So, one time you might want to be over here, la la, and then you might want to la la over here. Everybody's not always okay with that. Right. So I find it particularly interesting that Black women say they don't particularly like bisexual men, or they don't like men that have had a past with men.
Okay, I'm gonna attack everything. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I said let's be real, I'm gonna go there with you, okay? And y'all in chat can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Us as Black women, because we're gonna stick to the Black community, because that's my experience. I'm not white. Monica, can you speak for the white community? Because I can't, but anyway, I love you, Monica. I see you. Hey, girl. Hey, can you help clear me? I'm blurry. So the thing is this, okay? And it's funny because I had this conversation. Hold on, right there. Hold on, my husband helping me adjust. You know me. This schoolboy channel. I got to get it together. Right? Okay.
Come through.
Right.
Oh, you went out.
Yeah, I went out. He getting me together. Right there, baby. Perfect. Thank you,
Darren.
Y'all see
What's up, schoolboy?
What up?
Y'all see me now, okay? All right. Where I was about to go with this is this, okay? Us as Black people, Black women, because like I said, my experience is a Black woman. We don't have no problem with Black men, Black women dating out your race. But you want to know what the issue is? Just as if I don't want a man that's been with a man, I can't compete. I don't have a penis. I can't help you there, brother. If you decide you want to experiment with that, you want to go back to that, I can't help you in that area. I'm not a white woman. I can't help you in that. So when we find out, oh, he cheated with me with a white woman, it's not just the stigma of, oh my God, it's just, I can't do that. I can't be that for you. I can't. So, man, oh, I can't do that. That's how we feel. It's not necessarily like, oh, that's nasty. It's like, I can't compete. And if you notice, I'm telling the truth, schoolboy, think about it. Let you level up, okay? Or let you know what I'm saying? Basically, let you level up. The first thing that a person say when they level up is, oh, she ain't cuter than you. So our guards go down. We don't care. We be like, yeah, but let that chick be cuter than you or whatever. And they like, oh, you want to hide up under a rock somewhere because you can't compete. Prime example be Simone. She was all up in front of the baby's face whenever he was with me and his baby mama. But then when he got with Big Bird over there, okay, what happened? She's beautiful. Oh my God, I'm going to leave them alone. He's happy. But you want to do that with Mimi because you feel like you compete, that you feel like you were better. So just to get back to case in point, I can't compete as a woman with a man. So if that's something you experimented, I can't compete. And I'm dead serious. My husband has daddy out his race. I have not. So we've had those conversations. And I do ask him, well, why did you marry a black woman? This was your past and stuff like that. And he was just like, I grew up in California. Like, it's just a melting mixing pot. Like, it's not no shade. It's just not like I look at somebody and be like, oh, you're black, I want to date you. Oh, you're white, I want to date you. It's that person. He said to him, hell, all y'all women are crazy as hell. So it don't even matter if you white or black. But that's what I think it is when it comes to what you were saying with that. But as far as Donnie, I just feel as though he's actually showing and exemplifying what it is when you get out that lifestyle and you're having a problem with dealing with that femininity. A real heterosexual woman doesn't want that. We don't want that, okay? So he is going to have a hard time, brother. You're going to have a very hard time getting a straight woman that really just is going to be okay with knowing that you've been with a man in the past, that is going to have to deal with your femininity. And
very struggling.
When the last time you don't see him with somebody? We didn't even know he had a kid. Stop that, schoolboy. He just...
I'm just saying, he worked on the curve, and he dipping and dabbling up in the community too. I'm just saying. Don't shoot me. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too. The difference is that you got Donnie over here telling me he is delivered, and so the thing is we're gonna hold you accountable for that. Okay. So the thing is that you don't hear Tyler talking about he delivered and stuff like that. He ain't said nothing about nothing. You just kind of are suspect to it. But see, when you put stuff out there, you're going to get judged off of that. That's just life. You can't do nothing about that. But I'm just saying, as far as Donnie, I get where he's coming from. I understand it because like I said, I was talking to T and I was like, she even told me, and you can agree or disagree. She said, oh no, you can't do that in the community. You want to go back straight? Oh no. They're going to bash you. They're going to belittle you. They're going to make you feel a type of way. Just as like that if you was going into the community with the heterosexuals. Our community as that lifestyle, they're gonna judge you for going back. I say, are you serious? She said, oh, that's quiet as it's kept.
Case in point, there was an episode of the L Word. I love the L Word.
Oh Lord, my mom was trying to get me. My sister was trying to get me watch. I said, no,
I'm telling you, it's a good show. And the reason why is because it showed the community and all pieces of the umbrella having real life issues. Okay, so Bet and Tina was married all these years, partners or whatever. Bet and Tina, Bet cheated at one point. Tina took her back, and then there was a struggle after they had their baby. And Tina she wanted dating a heterosexual. She wanted dating a man. Okay, when she first met Bet, she was bisexual. Bet was the first woman that she loved. She went back to men for a minute, but then came back to the community. But in between that time, their friend circle was like, oh no. They didn't like the thought of her being straight because now you went against the grain of the community. You went back on over here to straight folks. We can't have a conversation on this.
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard, right? Instead of say everybody should have the freedom to do whatever it is that they want to do and be with whoever they want to be with. But in reality, we can't.
Because look at the conversation we're having now. I mean, why can't he be delivered? And my thing is this, and I see in the chat, people are like, I hate when people get delivered. I think it's very hypocritical because we can say all the other stuff that we're delivered from, but when it gets to one particular thing, it's like that doesn't exist. So my thing is that let's get into the fold of if it's a sin or not. That conversation we're not going to ever have.
Get into that fold. Salute to Bishop. Thank you for the love. Bishop. In the chat. I would love to get his perspective too, because he a man of the cloth. he might be able to, bring a little bit of perspective to that. Because that's just that's I mean, but I get where you coming from. Mango says, I hate when people say I'm delivered from being gay or lesbian. Being part of the LGBTQIA plus isn't wrong. You love who you and you live without regrets. Yeah, but everybody don't come to terms with that. Y'all have to understand that too. There's religions, there's cultures, there's a stigmatism. If you want to take it back, we can take it all the way back to slavery. When they brought the men over here on the boats and they stopped them in the ports in the islands, they broke them. Breaking them was, y'all. So at the end of the day, we correlate a lot of these things, shape the way we feel about it in the community and the way that it comes across. So, we can say, oh, go live in a truth, but also do we make it safe so that our people can live safely, and so we can stop making DL men or men that they can't really be who they are, or they marry a woman, the woman knows that they're gay, but they're basically the scarf and the beard for the man so that he can feel okay. But then there comes a point in time where he finally says, okay, I need to live my truth. That might be 20, 30, 40 years from now, and then he says, oh, well, I don't want to do this no more. Now I got a partner. So then that starts another chain reaction where you have Black women bitter because the man now didn't say he don't want to be with you.
You know what? That is so true. And my thing is this, and this is just like when people be talking, when they talk about how Black men and white women and stuff like this. I don't give a damn. Excuse me, can we say that on here?
Yeah, we can say that.
Okay,
niggas ain't doing no real customers.
I don't give a damn. Okay, I want who wants me. Okay. That's Black. I ain't dating, I'm a race, but I'm just saying, I'm not threatened by no transgender. I'm not threatened by a white woman. I'm not threatened by a Black woman because I only want a man that wants me. So I don't feel threatened by any of that. And the thing is that you hit it right on the head. You have a lot of bitter women that takes what their experiences is and these people that don't want them as a form of rejection. But they're not digging deep enough to see, oh, that's something that started when you were a child, baby. Maybe your daddy left you, maybe your mama left you, maybe them kids at school reject you, but you cannot correlate those experiences with everything. And no shade, no tea, but that's kind of how I feel with the LGBTQ plus community. It's like everything is homophobic. Everything is bashing them. I can't have an opinion. I can't object. I can't say, well, I feel like this, but I love you. It's like, no. You have to go along with this or that's an issue. And I think that's where the issue comes in, Schoolboy. It's that we feel pressure and push to conform to a certain way. And my thing is that it's unfair because me as a straight individual, I feel like everything is kind of changing and conforming and going around, that community. And here I am as a straight person feeling as though like I'm not enough. Like I said earlier in the show, everybody's, in their lifestyle kind of sort of, some way. And it's just kind of like, dang, like, I feel as though it starts with that because, far as the word on the curve, but I've heard it's just that you guys have a lot of stuff going on within your own community. Oh, okay. Did I say that? Did you say that? Keep it cute or hit the. Did I mix up? Okay. So my thing is just like with Black folks, okay? You want them to change something or to go there with you, you need to start within. Okay. Oops. You need to start within, baby. Okay. Y'all need to figure out if y'all, what I'm saying?
I know who I am.
I'm just saying, sis.
Where I drop into the drop list, I know who I am. But I understand where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. I'm going to acknowledge the super chat. Thick Girl 40 said, just sending a little love to you. Sis A. Princess says, hey, Princess, She says, I don't really subscribe to being delivered from homosexuality. You like what you like, either you're practicing it or not. There's some people in our community that feel the same way too. So Andrea LaLoca says, yeah, those same peeps have 3 wives or are married to their cousins and want to send you to hell. Damn, I don't know what church.
Can I say something?
But I'm not a part of that church. Go ahead.
Okay, can I say something? And I don't want to offend nobody, okay? Because like I said, this. What's frustrating to me is a deflection. It's like I said, that's why I said we're not going to really go there. We're not going to get there because either you're going to deal with it as it being a sin or not. And you can be delivered from being certain things. So that's why I say we can't do that. We can't say that you can't be delivered from this because you're trying to appease. If you're going by the word is the word. And see, that's the issue. Man has came and said, well, I feel that it's saying this. Well, I feel the word is the word. Regardless if you got butthurt at that church down the street, the word is the word. Regardless if that deacon is sleeping with that so-and-so, you're missing it. The word is the word. That's why now, if you notice, churches are closed, or whatever the case may be. And even in the word of God, it says that the word needs to be in the templates of your heart. So the thing is that regardless, you don't have nowhere to praise and worship or whatever, the word is the word of the word. And so you have to gain understanding and not go off of what you feel or how you feel, because your feelings are subject to change. So my thing is that, like Schoolboy said, like you were saying, you can't just say, well, that's just what it is. You have some people that really believe in deliverance, and it's not contingent to which one it is today that we're going to get delivered from. Because I'm proud to say I'm delivered from people. Okay, I don't give a damn what you say about me. Okay. Oh, you feel good. Ooh, so I believe it.
Ronell Nelson says, I know plenty of women who would date a feminine male. Actually, I have seen cisgender females dating feminine men because of knowledge of being fashionable in makeup. So some cisgender women will. Which, I mean, I'm not. Here's my thing. I'm not in that realm, and I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm not in that realm. Right. I'm not feminine at all. So that ain't my ministry. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like that is my ministry. Because it's not my ministry.
I'm here for that ministry. I'm here for that.
He called me to be feminine. He called me to be who I want to be and who I'm comfortable with, and I'm comfortable in masculine clothing. But at the same time, I do understand that my walk is a lot easier than a gay man's walk, especially a gay black man's walk in society. Because immediately you're automatically told in the black community, I ain't talking about LGBTQIA+, I'm talking about the black community, you're less of a man because you are gay. Now, I have had plenty of black
I hate that.
homeboys that are gay, they got Tim's on, they're more thuggish than you, and will fight you.
Beat your butt.
That don't mean anything to me, but because we have certain tendencies from upbringing back in the day, back in the plantation, going into slavery and all of that, we have held on to a lot of things. Now, I ain't gonna say my community ain't got some shit with it, because it do. It got a whole lot of issues with my community. I have dated people that are afraid to come out to the damn family. You always gotta go to the function as the friend at the function or the special friend at the function. I'm not trying to live like that. I live open. If I can't be open and your family can't know who the hell I am, then we don't need to date. That's period point blank. I just don't roll like that. But sometimes people are conflicted because either parents still pay their bills or they're still trying to people please.
Yep.
We have a lot
of people just saying.
People pleasing. People please church. People please their friends. They'll people please their parents. They'll people please because they cannot live with it. It's easy for people to say live in your truth. It is so easy to break down and say that. But when you actually have to come to terms with that ish, and you really got to sit with that, and you start to lose friends, you start to lose family, because you pretty much become the black sheep, and you got to deal with that. You might lose your parents, you might lose other people that are close to you A lot of people don't want to lose those aspects. So what they will do is they will conform, because it is, what you're supposed to do. Now, I'll say this: no sin is one sin is no greater than the other sin.
Come on now.
If you commit adultery, ain't no worse than me laying up with a woman at night.
Come on now.
Stand in testament judgment to God. When we stand there, I'm going for what I'm going for, you going for what you going for. We ain't going for each other's sin. So when people come here and try to browbeat folks, and I've done a video on this about weaponizing the Bible, when you try to browbeat somebody and tell them that they are wrong for how they feel, you wrong as hell. To me, you can't tell me about how I'm living when you ain't living. And I have said that conversation to my own father to his face. And I said, you know what? You supposed to be a minister of music, but you cheated on your wife. You telling me my sin is bad, worse than your sin, but you cheated on your wife.
It's the same thing.
So what's the difference? You cannot chastise me and say that I am wrong, because you're living foul too. If you're going to go according to everything in the Bible, we all need to be living right on one accord.
Yeah. Can I chime in on that?
Yeah.
And I was about to get on that because, and let me address Mango. She says, I'm sorry, but you saying that a person can be delivered makes me feel like you think being gay is wrong. A straight person be delivered from being straight. Okay, let me break this down to you, Mango. Okay, I didn't say that. I said what the word of God says, and you got to take that over him. Because if I had an issue, Scuba wouldn't be sitting over there talking to my gay homegirl. Okay, let's straighten that. But the thing is that my thing is me being a woman of God, a true Christian, not what's out here for play and fake and playing and stuff. The word of God says, with love and kindness do I draw thee. If schoolboys allegedly living a life that she's not supposed to, that's not up to me. Okay, but we're not going to say no past judgment and stuff like that, because that's the conversation I had with Schoolboy earlier. If you're in the word of God, in the body of Christ, you pass judgment on one another. It's called holding each other accountable. Okay, that's just like what God did when he was playing in the dirt and he told them people that was making judgment to Mary and they was about to throw the stones. He said, what he say? Yeah, he said, you who has no sin cast the first stone. Yeah. He knew they were sleeping with her, so therefore they couldn't say nothing, just like what Schoolboy said. But when you're in the body of Christ, you have the authority, and that's in the word of God, to be able to hold them accountable, because he said in the word, he said, you got that log in your eye, but you complaining about your brother having a thorn in theirs. How about you remove the log in your eyes, and then you say something about, your friend or whatever over there. So basically, until you get clean, you can't say anything. So I'm not passing judgment on anybody. Like I said, Schoolboy can tell y'all don't treat her no differently. I love on her. Okay, she's family. She done came over to this house. I treat her no different, just like I treat my other, lesbian friend Z, her girl. Okay, let's make that very clear. I don't pass judgment on anybody. My thing is that I hold everybody to the same note that I do, because I'm a true, authentic woman of God. I don't believe that homosexuality is any less than this. And just to clarify, no, you can't go be delivered from straight. Okay, you it's not considered. Hear my verbiage. It's not considered to be a sin. So we gonna be play, or we're gonna be serious. You just heard Schoolboy say, "Well, Father, you're doing this. So how are you gonna pass judgment on me with this?" I understand that, and I believe that, and my words and my sentiments are the same. You can't sit there and get talking about somebody that's doing this when this is going on. Okay, so let's just nip that whole thing in the bud. I'm not Schoolboy. No, I'm not passing no judgment. I don't give a darn. My settlements and stuff, I don't want it to be as if when I met Schoolboy, hey, I'm gay, I'm Schoolboy, I'm a YouTuber. I don't give a darn about that. I wanted it to be, I'm Schoolboy. Oh yeah, I'm gay, but let's work. That's my sentiments. I feel as though this world now, everybody, like I said, I'm gay. Okay, who gives a damn? Can you do my hair, please? Can you braid my hair? I mean, I don't care. Can you do my nails? I don't care who you lay with. And it's just been just a jarring and alarming settlements about sexuality, when at the end of the day, Who cares? Who cares? Sins, whatever. That's something you're gonna have to take up with the Father. I can't say what you're doing. I can only be the light. So I just wanted to say that because I piggyback on what you said, Schoolboy. You're absolutely right with that. You know what I'm saying? But sorry, I get the preaching in here. Love y'all.
You got a super chat from Lift It Up. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I decided 20 years ago to be celibate. See who I was after loving both genders. Being a minister in the church, I realized I'm gay. I'm still celibate and free of judgment from the church, and I'm still in the church of the loving God. I mean, the church has been within you. It's not within the building. I mean,
exactly.
That's subject. People try to say, well, you got to go to the building. I don't have to go to the building. God knows my relationship. I can sit down and talk to God today or tomorrow. When I put this camera on, I will have a moment with God and pray. What does me being in the building? And I've been to non-denominational. I've been to gay churches. I've been to the Jewish synagogue. I've been to the I've been to the Pentecostal. I have been to the Baptist. It's not where we get it twisted. Is we not a lot of times we're not going there for God. We're going there for man. So if we going there for the wrong intentions to begin with, we ain't gonna get the word no way because the word before you up here for a man. But my whole thing is this: love who you love. I don't give a darn about nobody being straight who you sleep with. My issue is at this comment earlier on one of my pages, on my coming out story, somebody said, "Oh, it's a lifestyle." Excuse me, ma'am, it's not a lifestyle. I feel. Now I'm gonna make somebody upset up in here, and I don't give a damn. I feel I was born this way. Okay, I don't have sexual feelings for a man. I'm not gonna get out here and marry no man, screw up his life, have no children, and 30 years later say, I don't want to be with you no more. I was playing. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. It's not the way I'm set up. The way I'm set up is I had to come to terms with who I was and stop subscribing to what everybody was trying to make me be. Because and here's another thing. We can go because you're a parent, Whitney, and we can say this. A lot of times parents don't, one, you're already black, two, I'm already female. When you add gay on top of that, that's another thing that you got to argue and fight with through your entire life. A parent would rather see you, the first two things, without the third thing, because they know the third thing is going to be a hard walk. It's going to be a hard journey. You're not going to be accepted. It's even worse of a walk than you just being the first two things. And a lot of parents struggle with that. What I try to tell people is to have the conversation instead of running for the conversation about sex, sexuality, and what we have, because let's be clear, like Whitney said, we live in a world of a day and age of shows like Pose. We live in a world of a day and age of shows like the L Word Generation Q. There's another one called Generation Plus, which it kind of is young teenagers dealing with all of this stuff. I think parents should watch it on HBO Max. It highlights these different things. There's a mom on there now struggling with her son being gay. She would rather him be bisexual, but yet her daughter is friends with a young black girl that was adopted by two gay men, who she hates the fact that she's adopted by two gay men and says all kinds of nasty ish about them and makes gay jokes and derogatory jokes because she does not like it, but yet she's afforded a certain lifestyle from them. So when you open your mind to being able to have these conversations, it helps to make a safe space. Me and Whitney can have a tete-a-tete. We can agree, disagree. We're going to still throw back a shot. We still going to drink. We still going to kick it. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree and keep it pumping. Right. But we love each other the same. Because guess what? When some one of us gets cut or we believe we be the same, what's the difference? Yep. But am I right with a parent? A parent, y'all rather have the first two than have the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. And like I said, I'm probably making everybody angry in the chat. But yeah, you're absolutely right. As a parent, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a vision for my kids. Okay. And and that's, it ain't got nothing to do with Christianity or nothing like that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got me as the plans and stuff that I want for my children or whatever the case may be. But you're spot on, Schoolboy, with the conversation about sexuality, because the thing is that that's very important. But it's a way that you can talk about that, but get down on their level. You know what I'm saying? Kids aren't dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're exposed to a lot more now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta tell them before the world tells them, before the streets tell them. And that's how I found out about sexuality. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, Mom. You okay? I thought you needed. But that's how I found out about sexuality. The streets, okay? Young, didn't know, and I didn't know. I didn't even know a woman's anatomy, okay, until I got older. I didn't know we had so many holes down there, okay? I didn't even know that, okay? Because I'm naive, I'm a kid, you know. But my first introductory of it was, you know, losing my virginity, you know, and that's not a way that you find out about that. But because my mom was from that generation to where you didn't talk about that, I didn't, you know, understand, you know, what was going on, and I didn't have that safe space. And that's why I said it's not even about the homosexual community or anything like that. It's about creating a safe space, period, where your child that's going to eventually be an adult can come and talk to somebody about how they're feeling, and they don't have to listen to what the world says is what and what their friend says to be. They can talk to you. I didn't even have that as a straight heterosexual person. I didn't have that. I couldn't talk to my mom about what was going on down there. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, girl, go no, you know, don't do it. It's just like, what? You know? So, you know, and no shade to my mom. Like I said, she was older. Her mom didn't talk to her. So it's about breaking down that generational curse and opening up that box. And let me just comment real quick on, it was somebody in the comments that said that I should be concerned about Schoolboy being gay. No, I shouldn't. That's not none of my business. Like, that's the thing. We think we have this authority over people's lives. The moment that I do be concerned about who she is laying with, it's the moment that I am going to be passing judgment. It's the moment that I am going to be condemning her. Okay? I don't care who she lay with. That's between her and the father. That I don't know who she lay with. I'm not Schoolboy. Oh, you laying with a woman. Now you know you should be done. That's not me, girl. Do you want to come over here? We finna go throw some of these axes. I'm learning the person. Thank you. I'm getting to know. Yeah, I'm not. That's not my bitch. She ain't worried about if I'm busting it open for my husband. Okay, that's not my concern. Okay, and at the moment I offend her and her community and what she believes, that's when we'll have a conversation. But have I offended you, Schoolboy, at any point in time?
No.
Oh,
okay. We having an adult conversation.
Okay.
So if anybody, let me clarify this before we in the middle of this live. There's 125 people in here, so hit the like button. If you're coming in here to be nosy, still hit the like button. Appreciate the view. I just want to tell y'all straight up. Here's the thing: you can't easily offend me because I don't get offended. I'm such at peace with myself. That's why I have that shirt that says "unfuckwittable," because I don't. My peace cannot be tore up by nobody because of what they say. I know who I am, and my destiny is already written in the blueprint by God. I don't care what nobody else has to say. What somebody's opinion of me don't determine nothing. But at the end of the day, what you will never say about me is I don't work hard. You will never say that I don't do what I'm supposed to do. And you will never say that I'm out here in the street robbing, shooting, killing, or hurting anybody in my community. If anything, I want to educate us so we're not walking around here ignorant, blindly ignorant, or we're choosing to be ignorant. Because a lot of times we choose to be ignorant to certain things, and we still will sit down and sit in front of somebody, can't stand them, still break bread and eat, and then say, I don't like what you said over here. I don't care. Andrea LaLoca, she don't care because what I do in my bedroom and who I do don't concern her. Now, the only time that it would concern her is if I disrespect her friend in any way, shape, or form. Because
that's when I care.
That's it, but that ain't my So that's a different story for you. Time. Janice Christopher, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. Someone said that is so true, Schoolboy. The misconception misconception is that church saves you. I do not feel homosexuality is not for us to judge as a sin. It's my feeling. Tina Rogers, thank you for the super chat. Love is love, and those who are over vocal have not sought their own peace. Love you, schoolboy. Jesus. You know, and it's not about me sitting here and trying to tell you people, tell people what to do. I can only speak from my experience. So let me say that I don't speak for the LGBTQIA plus community. I speak for Tierra, that's my government born name. Schoolboys, which y'all know me as. I speak for me. I don't speak for nobody else. And the reason why I don't speak for nobody else is because everybody's walk in life is different. My experience is different. And yes, I have been around. Somebody said in the chat, well, have you been around somebody that has not lived in? Hell yeah, I've been around a lot of people that don't live their truth. I've been around that. I've been scapegoat for some people that wasn't living their truth because they were going out on the side doing what they do. And you know what? I told them eventually, you know what? You need to tell that person the truth. You need to let them go because all you're doing is hurting them because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and we take away all of that and you strip it down to the bare minimum, that person is going to get hurt. And guess what? They're going to have a feeling or anger towards somebody or the community. And you know how many men, and this ain't even got nothing to do with race, have been mad at me because they meet me and they're, oh, well, damn, my wife left me for a woman. Well, shit. Was your wife already having them feelings way before she met you? She could have been having them feelings way before she met you, but she married you because you were a nice guy. You fit the bill of what her family would say that was okay for her to be with, and you were just there for all of those years. And eventually she got tired of playing a part, and she broke, and she came to herself and said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Right. But men will equate that as it's us. How many times have I been in the damn mall and I'm minding my own business in the shoe section and you gonna grab up on your girl because you afraid that I want your girl? I don't want every straight woman. Let's clarify that for y'all. Some of y'all got that problem too. But we don't always want y'all. We don't want y'all. We don't find all of y'all attractive. And number two, I don't approach not near women. Women approach me. The reason why I don't, because I don't know who the hell is gay and who ain't gay nowadays, is everybody seems to be gay or everybody or going back and forth on both sides of the court. I know who I am. A lot of people don't know who they are in their community. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and I ain't saying that's a good thing. You were supposed to go through life and find who you are. But at the end of the day, you have to learn eventually, there has to come a choice. And if this man says that he's delivered, amen. I don't have to stand the test of God to tell, I ain't got to worry about that. I'm me. Mm-hmm. But I know who I want to deal with in my life that either loves me for me and not what my sexuality is, because at the end of the day, when you a friend, you a friend. Period. I just want to hang out.
See, that's my thing. That should be more so the concern. Like, am I, like, you know what I'm saying? Am I loving you as a human being? We are human beings. Like, people are making that misconstrued. We are not our sexuality, people. We're not our sexuality. Okay, that means nothing. Okay, who are you to me? Like, how do you make me feel when I'm around you? How is the being that you are? That's what's important to me. It's not about who a person lays down with and all that stuff like that, because that's subject to error. I mean to change. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with anything. And I saw somebody in the chat say this, and it's so right. This is so beautiful. They said the church doesn't save you, the Lord does. Absolutely. And the moment that people disconnect from, and I'm in it, like I said, I go to church, you know, to this day still. The moment you realize what you're there for, and it's not man, it's not the preacher, it's not the deacons, it's not lady so-and-so, it's not the hoochie mama with her legs scalped open up on the front row, waiting for the pastor or the deacons to see her. It's the word of God. Focus on the word of God. You know what I'm saying? If you focus on that, all the other distractions that you have, it means nothing to you. But like you said, Schoolboy, the reason people are going is because it's a fashion show. It's, excuse my French, it's a shit show. You want to see the drama that's going on in the church when you guys have to understand that the church is like a hospital. Come on now. Everybody that's in there ain't getting treated. Some people are waiting for their friends to come out. Some people are, you know what I'm saying, trying to hit on the next doctor. Like, you got to understand where you're at and what you're going and what your purpose is for. You know what I'm saying? And once you get that, all the other necessities and stuff like that don't matter. And that's how I view people that I get in the conversations with and I deal with. I'm not worried about that, because if that was the case, I'll be getting into what people spiritually believe. Are you this? Are you that? We get the picking people, and that's why we have the separation that we do. But in regards to my children, because I also saw that in the comments, I am doing what the word says. Let me be very specific. I'm training my child up in the way that they should go, and they shall not depart from that. After that, I have no responsibility in the sense of what God has planned for this child. Let's make that very clear. Whatever my child decides to do, I'm going to love them. Case in point, let me be very specific to you. When y'all watch these courts live and people done shot up the city and stuff like that, who in the audience, schoolboy?
What you mean?
Who's in the audience saying they didn't do this, they didn't mean to, they're a good kid? Who doing that?
White people.
They mama.
They mama, yeah. I mean, they mama did it. They gonna say that their son didn't do it.
Because you want to know why? Because when you love that child, you look beyond their faults. You look beyond their sins, if you want to say that. So, if it was my cousin, uncle, brother, sister, that has nothing. That at the end of the day, I'm gonna love my child. I'm gonna love my children. Okay, I can't do nothing more than that. See, that's the issue. Is when these parents, yeah, I have plans and goals for my children, you know what I'm saying? But I had that when Demi was little. I said, well, she's gonna be doing this, she's gonna be doing that. When she that girl went so left. She was like, Mama, please, okay, all right. Did I? Oh no, I have hopes and dreams for you. I was like, okay, girl, let's just flow with this. Let's just go with this. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, you know. And that's what I'm saying.
They don't say the same thing about their kids. Yeah. Their attention span is ADD. It just changes.
Yeah.
Pastor Donnie McClurkin is dealing with the pain of what happened to him. We have to pray for Pastor McClurkin's deliverance.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I say we can't play with the whole phrase of being delivered, because he went through sexual trauma. And so the thing is that when you go through that, be it whatever life, you know, wherever life take you from after that, it is a deliverance that needs to take place. That's why I'll be saying you got to tread lightly with saying, oh, people can't be delivered from that, whatever you want to call it. When you're sexually molested as a child, I can speak on that because I'm a product of that. That's the spirit of perversion. Okay, and you gotta get that taken up off you, because bump being homosexual, whatever, you can start doing that to other people. Oh, I can speak on that too, because that's what I did. Okay, so don't tell me, miss me with the whole, oh, you can't be delivered from this. No, we can't be specific and say with, you know, homosexuality or whatever. But let's get deeper than even that. You know what I'm saying? When you are sexually abused as a child, you are placed in a position to where after that you are either promiscuous or you shut down or whatever the case may be. You go through stuff that you do have to be delivered and removed from, and go through therapy and all this stuff like that. And that's why, just to get back on subject before I know you gotta get up out of here. I believe and I get where he's coming from. He is conflicted with that. He wants that. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you want that schoolboy, you want to be married. You know, like, what's wrong with
my parents? They do want to be married and upset like the rest of you heterosexual people that's mad at your damn wife right now or your husband right now. I want to be right. I'm just asking for the sheer respect.
Right.
So sometimes we don't get that back and forth from the community, but we have to learn to respect each other and love each other past, you know, what we feel society says we should be or do, or what this should sound like, or what it should look like. Leslie Kennedy, thank you for the super chat. Unfortunately, church has went from fellowship and faithful to have turned into money and messes. This is a shame, but it's a damn shame. It ain't nothing but pimping. If we don't be real, church ain't nothing but pimping nowadays to me personally. Nothing but pimping and buying folks Rolls Royces and everything else and pimping folks. You know, now we gonna go there. Let's talk about it. But we also need to say this too. Everybody that is a part of my community ain't out here touching children. Y'all need to acknowledge that too, because it seems like every time something happens, oh, they doing it, but it must have been them gays over there, them punks, them this, them that. It's not always us. Sometimes it be that uncle, that cousin, that auntie. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all only want to talk and say everything is based off the LGBTQIA plus community. Everything ain't on the backs of us. The issues are in our households that we don't tackle, that we don't talk about, that we don't speak about. So if we don't talk about it, let's talk about all of it. But it's not always the gay. They gotta take the fault in every damn thing. Now I'm not saying I don't believe in deliverance, because I did. But at the same time, I don't got shit I need to be delivered from. This is who I am. And if you don't like that, then fine. I don't take malice and people not wanting to be around me. That's what. That's your issue and not mine. And that's who I am. Because I still love you. And we don't even have to be friends. We don't have to be, we can be cordial, but I'm going to always respect you and I'm not going to treat you any different. The real prophet Charlene Michelle Jackson said, pastors are human and are expected to help others deal with their pain and demons. But who helps a pastor with their past hurts and demons? We have to give Pastor McClurkin compassion. I'm giving him compassion 100% because I understand what he's dealing with. I've been around people that have dealing with and that have been fighting themselves. I know people right now that still got trauma they're dealing with right now, but they are saying they got trauma right now. But they still saying they free, but they still drinking every night because they're not free of the trauma that happened to them as children. They're not free. They're not healed of it. You can be healed. You gotta heal that shit before you sit out here and be comfortable with who you are. You can live in your truth, but you got to heal the trauma. You gotta do the work. In the words of the young, you gotta do the work. It's not. And please believe it. I want to mess. I'm not married, and I ain't upset. I'm just telling y'all that the perceptions on both sides are warped. If we're not having conversations like this, because we're too damn ashamed, because we don't want to, because so-and-so cousin so-and-so, you ain't never seen her with a man, but she got to bring her special friend Sally every year, but we all want to sit there at the table and eat, and act like that's her special friend. We know damn well that's her wife or her partner, but we're going to not acknowledge it. And I'm not saying all churches. Let me clarify that.
I said they remember school boy. Yeah.
Y'all want to put stuff in the mouth that ain't even being said.
No.
Okay. And like Kristen Banks said, churches don't discuss this. They just tell you you're damned and you're going to hell. Okay?
Or make sure you pay your tithes and your offerings.
But make sure you drop them tithes before you leave. Okay? Okay? And now, if you want to have the conversation, we can have the conversation. And right here, boom, again, in our community, we sit next to your abuser on Thanksgiving Day. And that is a problem.
I still do. Yeah, I still do. But then I broke my silence. But the thing is that you also get the likes of what's going on with the whole R. Kelly situation. We're going to go there. We might need to come back for this. But yeah. When you do come out, when you do finally come out, why now? Why are you doing this now?
That victim shaming.
So you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And that's just like in the community. It's like, well, you was with men before. It's like, so it is at home. That's why I be telling people, you stop what you don't want to see at home. It starts with the home. It's because you gotta understand you're bringing up children that's going to be in society. You're modeling them and shaping them to be who they're going to be. I don't care what nobody's saying. They be like, I'm nothing like my mom. You have characteristics. It took two to create you. So you might not have everything that's going on with your mama or with your daddy, but it's some characteristics there. It's some roots there. It's some generational curses there that you have to accept, break, and move forward from. And so the thing is that you're absolutely right. We sit there, we don't say nothing, we just make sure that we, pull our child close enough to where they don't be sitting by little nasty Ray Ray or whatever the case may be, but you don't call that nasty little Ray Ray for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? not on my watch. I don't give a damn. It's my daddy. You touch mine. But see, the thing is that it's at home. We're taught as this community, what happened in this house, stay in this house. Don't say nothing. You shut that mouth. But see,
that's why we messed up now.
That's why we messed up. But you gotta stop the generational curse, because let me tell you what I tell my daughter. Okay, and maybe this is a practice that y'all can practice on y'all children. My daughter, even my sons, I tell my daughter, you tell me everything. Nothing is that whole tattletale, you know, growing up you used to hear that. Well, and who wants to be a tattletale? You know what I'm saying? My kid is not. She tells me everything. Some stuff is just ridiculous. But see, parents don't want to be parents, because it comes to a point to where you as a parent come in and say, okay, let me decipher what you're telling me. And it makes them comfortable enough to come and talk to you about when it's important. But see, if you shun them away when it's a little stuff, when they're telling, they're not going to feel comfortable telling you anything, because they feel like that's all they're getting. Or don't say you telling you. Nah, I remember one time my son trying to stop my daughter because she was about to go in and tell it on them. And I said, don't you ever tell her not to come and tell me anything. Me as a parent want to distinguish if this is some bull or if it's something I need to get on you about. But see, parents don't want to do this. They do this. Go sit down. So that's who's going to raise your child. That's who's going to tell you what your child need to be doing and what they don't need to be doing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you are hitting it right on the head.
They're already doing this now, and that's why the damn kids don't know shit. Because you know that's. But you know we that's another story for another time.
Yep.
I want to address this. The reason for Pastor McClurkin not getting married to a woman in such a relationship is very extremely deep and personal, 24/7. And he's not ready, and he's being truthful. He wants what he is ready for.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's what you took from that, okay? Okay. You know, he believes he's ready for it, and it's confusing him and tormenting him. I'm telling you, let me say this.
All right, you guys, I'm going to stop it right there. Hold on, let me end it. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to stop it right there, and we're going to end this video because I have another premiere that's about to take place. One moment. Sorry, you guys. Anyways, not for nothing, you guys. That is the video. I hope this topic was enlightening for you guys, and you got to be able to see your perspective in this whole conversation. If you didn't, this is the time in the comments down below to tell me what you think about this whole conversation that we just had. I think it was well-rounded, well-needed, in lieu of the times, and just give a good look on the different communities and the problems that there lie of in the community. Not for nothing, this is your time. Down in the comments below, please tell me what you think about this particular episode, this particular conversation. Head on over to Schoolboy's channel and check her out. Like, share, and subscribe. She has more videos, and I support those that support me. So please head on over and support her channel. Also, head on over to All About the Tea, where you can see all the panel in their entirety. Support me by subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please click that join button to be a part of the Witness Nation and get a few different perks for being a member of the channel. Okay. And I'm telling you, if you are a member, you are in for a treat, because I have already released the documentary on that platform here soon this month. Actually, within 10 days, I'll be releasing the documentary to the world. In celebration of me being 2 years on YouTube. I'm super, super excited, but not for nothing, you guys. That is the video. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Sharing is caring. So please take out the time to share this video. If you're on my Facebook right now watching, hello, you guys. Love y'all so much. Please take this and share it. If you're on YouTube, please share it as well, subscribe, and join the channel, okay? Well, you guys, that is that on that. Thank you, and Whitney D, I'm out.
It's the one and only big homie, AG.
It's your boy Darren, better known as Super.
It's your boy Antonius Maximus. We 3 shots in, you heard?
Let's go.
Brown and white. In a jean.
Everybody tell the truth when you're 3 shots in.
Shazazz Creations is a virtual boutique for creative customized apparel, tumblers, and jewelry. Allow them to create a keepsake that you can use as a heirloom for centuries to come. Everything from blankets to pillows, allow your memories to come alive with every picture. Tell them Whitney D from Whitney D TV sent you. Use the Whitney D code or link in the description box below. Bye.
Come on in, people. It's time for the plug. So y'all know I got a word. If you don't know, you're gonna find out in a few minutes. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I'm the plug. I am the plug. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I am the plug.
Welcome to Embrace Pangea. These products are all created to bring you back to balance through nature's gifts. They have a wide range of products that deal with various aspects of daily life, such as deodorants, juices, clothing, vagina detoxes, and body scrubs. Whichever product that you decide to embrace, you can rest assured that it was created with love for the betterment of self. Embrace your Pangea. Visit the link in the description box below and let them know that Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Bye.
So yeah, so check out the site embracepangea.com and embrace your Pangea. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for tuning into the show. Now it's your turn. We want to hear from you. But remember, keep it cute or get the boot. Let's talk in the comments down below. Check out all our sponsors and affiliates in the description box. And don't forget to join the Witness Nation by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you. Until next time, this is Whitney D with Whitney D TV. Signing off.